What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So let's talk about Terra Luna Classic. I don't talk about it much anymore. I try to talk about it maybe twice or three times a week. And the reason why is because there's not a crazy amount of information that's going into it. There's not many changes, right? We either have the understanding of the repeg and what it's going to do, and we can continue to talk about that if we want to. We also have an understanding of the burns, what little is being done, but burns that are being done. And we have kind of those 1 penny, $1 level videos that we see all the time, right? I create those. I believe it can easily get to a penny. $1 is more of a stretch. You need to see the burns that happen within it. But I think people are going to be upset when they miss whatever boat this goes on, whether it's a yacht or it's a speedboat, right? It's going to find a way to get to higher levels, way higher levels, and drop zeros. And people are going to be salty. They're going to be upset with what's happening there, right? You have people on the outside looking in that are like, I want to see what this is going to do. Then you have people on the inside that are saying, well, should I just sell my position? I'm already up a certain amount, or some people are down a certain amount because they invested at some of the peak points of this lower level. So let's talk about Terra Luna Classic in this video and just get an understanding of what boat we're going to see this on. Where I believe this is going to go, and what we could potentially see as time goes on, not just what we are going to see. In my opinion, this is all my opinion. So, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Now, just before I start this video, um, it it does feel great to be back in my studio. It does feel great to be back here. But what doesn't feel great is the fact that my allergies are acting up again. It's not as bad as it was when I was here before, up in PA before. But when I went down to Virginia, it was definitely something to where everything was clear. I had no issues at all. So it's a PA thing for me. But anyways, um, let's get away from that. Let's talk about Terra Luna Classic. If we look at where Terra Luna Classic is, it's at 4089, right? We're looking at about a 523 $million market cap. It is down about 0.5% today. I don't know when you're going to see this video, but down about 0.5%. We're seeing the volume down by 10%. It's at $34 million, which is still millions of dollars. I'm happy about that. It's just what's happening with those millions of dollars, right? You see majority of that's going through CEXs, and you see some of it that's going through DEXs. Literally $56,000 is going through DEX volume, which is not something I like to see. I want to see a lot more that goes through DEX volume, especially with the natural burn rate that we do have within it. But as people look at this, as a lot of people that I see that really talk this thing up, really talk Terra Luna Classic up, and as I see them giving up on the position or giving up on what the community is doing, it really does hurt. But I understand it, right? Um, we had a path in the beginning. We wanted to burn. That completely changed. It's a year later. We really haven't burned too much. We expected to burn off a lot in the first year, and we did not do that. Um, and I understand how that can be a punch in the gut for a ton of people. But it doesn't mean that it's over. I've said this plenty of times before. You don't need burns to get to an unbelievable level, right? An unbelievable level for Terra Luna Classic would be a higher market cap than what it had before, right? Seeing a $40 billion market cap, you're like, it can't get back to that point. I do believe that Terra Luna Classic can get back to that point. I do believe that Terra Luna Classic can, exceed that point. I believe that we can see a 60 or $70 billion market cap with the amount of traction and people that are in it, with the whole time that we've seen within it. I believe that if we looked at the whole time, if I had a way to track the whole time somewhere, we probably could see somewhere between 100 and 200 days, if not more than that, right? People have been holding for a very, very long time and they believe in this position. But then some people don't believe in it. They give up on the position because it's just not performing, and what we're seeing from the community is not what we expected. right? Again, we wanted burns. They pushed utility, and utility didn't work. Now they're going more towards burns when we should have been focusing on the burns and how we get that to the rest of the volume. Doing kind of what Elmo token is doing and get that to the rest of the volume. So, anyways, with all of this talk of things that, are not going right for the community, let's talk about what could go right for the community, where I believe that things are going. When we see this boat take off, when we see this yacht or speedboat or whatever it ends up being, right, take off, I believe that we will see this at a minimum level of 10% of a penny, right? 10% of a penny would be dropping two zeros. And 10% of a penny would also be a level of a $5 billion market cap. Can it get to a $5 billion market cap? Absolutely, right? I believe it can burn not only one zero, but it can also burn another zero or drop another zero. And this is without even burning anything. This is with just normal movement. We've seen this at a $3 billion market cap already. You're telling me that this can't get to a point in a bull market, get to a point to where it's seeing a $6 billion market cap, $7 billion market cap. That's ridiculous. I believe it definitely can see a $6 or $7 billion market cap with the amount of people that are in it, the community that's behind it, the people that want this thing to succeed, day traders that are in it, swing traders that are in it, all of the different volume and traction that we could see. But what would make this better is if we had a burn rate on the CEX side so that while we're seeing a lot of this volume, we can also see the ultimate goal be hit of $1. But let's leave that out of there, right? Let's say that it's not going to burn off anything and we're just going to sit with whatever supply that we have. Again, I see this at an easy level of a $7 billion market cap, right? That would be a 10x from where we are right now. And if you decided to buy more and more at these points, you're lowering your cost basis. Hopefully you aren't the person that bought at 0.0006, because then you really don't have much to gain, but you do have a gain from there. But if you're buying here, that's a more than 10x return from what you've invested, right? If you have $5,000 invested right now, you're looking at $50,000 up at that level. So does that feel good? Yeah, it feels good. Is that what everybody wanted, getting to just $50,000 rather than, 500,000 or $5 million or anything? I'm sure that people will be upset with not gaining that much money, but you still gained a hell of a lot, right? And who's to say that it's not going to have more support from there? I firmly believe that this is going to get to a 1 cent price, which means that if you're holding $5,000 now, it could be worth $500,000 for a lot of people, or $300,000 for a lot of people, or $100,000 for a ton of people. And that's where I believe it will get to. Now, what would be great, again, if we had those levels to where we know people are going to sell, 1 cent price, we know people are going to sell, we would have a burn rate associated with it on MEXC, on KuCoin, on Binance, on all of these other platforms to increase the value or increase the ceiling for what Terra Luna Classic can get to. So we'll hope for that for the ultimate goal. But honestly, I believe that it's going to get to 1 cent. And if you miss that boat, that's adding two zeros to what your balance is. If you have $1,000, you're adding two zeros to it. I believe it's going to get to a penny. Do you believe it's going to get to a penny? And I know some people may think, it's over, get away from it. It's not going to run. Like you can see even here, right? I don't want to hear any crying when it goes parabolic and you miss it. You've had more than enough time to grab some. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when people miss the boat, they're going to be upset and they're going to kind of push it towards somebody else or push it towards some other community because they felt as though, they could have been a part of it. And there's so many that I could have been a part of that I feel salty about, but I don't let my emotions, get to me and, heavily invest into this next position. I'm investing with the hopes that things do look up from here, right? So anyways, Terra Luna Classic looks great. Even though it's down today, I'm still very, very bullish on this position. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts. Do you believe it's going to get to a point of 10% of a penny as well as getting to a penny? Where do you think it's going to get to? I'm honestly like, don't sit here and just be like, oh, it's going to get to $100. Like, tell me what you think it's going to get to by breaking a lot of things down in the chart, breaking things down from the amount of people that are invested into it, all of that. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.